Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and welcome to the World of Warcraft Orcs and Humans. There existed a time before World of Warcraft where all the Warcraft lore began, and that started with Warcraft Orcs and Humans, released back in 1994. Alright, so my first experience with Warcraft was reading PC Gamer at the store back in like 1994 or so. I saw this preview for a game called Warcraft Orcs and Humans. I saw the cool looking box art with the human soldier and the orc looking at each other like and I saw that top down view of the orcs and the humans fighting, and I said, wow, this game looks pretty cool. So a couple of months later, my dad bought a sound card which came with a demo of Warcraft. So I installed that in my old 486 and I thought, wow, this game is really cool. So back in 1994 when I was a kid, I obviously chose the orcs, and I remember hearing that first mission, Blackhand has sent someone like you to the swamps of sorrow.
Blackhand has assigned you to an outpost in the swamps of sorrow.
Yeah, so there's one thing about Warcraft. If you play it now, the controls are kind of clunky, because you have to hold control to select all your units, and you can only select maybe 4 units at a time, which really made it difficult to control multiple armies of units in battle. But back in the day, you kind of got used to it. I mean, it wasn't really that bad back in the day, but I just recently kind of replayed it on DOSBox, and yeah, it was a bit hard to get used to. Yeah, so I remember the demo only came with like the first 3 levels for both races, and I played the hell out of them, so I really wanted the full version of this game. But surprisingly, I didn't get the full version of this game until after I got the full version of Warcraft 2. Now, this was around like 1996-97. Yeah, so playing Warcraft 1 after playing Warcraft 2 was a bit jarring, especially in the controls department, but I ended up getting used to it, and there were kind of a couple of things I liked a little better in Warcraft 1. Yeah, so if you purchase any of the Blizzard games back in the day, like Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, and Diablo, they would come with these really awesome manuals that would explain the story and the lore in really great detail. I mean, I remember reading the first Warcraft manual, learning about Sir Anduin Lothar, Garona, the half-human, half-orc, and especially Medivh, the wizard, who I was really interested in learning because I played Warcraft 2 first, and Warcraft 1 later. I really wanted to know more about Medivh, and then I remember the mission in Warcraft 1 where you had to go to Medivh's tower and actually kill him. And I found that mission pretty difficult because you only had a limited amount of soldiers and you couldn't build any soldiers back in the base, and I kept failing at that mission so many times, but eventually, I would just save and reset. I'd strategize it a little differently and I'd prevail. I think one of my favorite memories about this game was playing as the orcs, and there's this mission where you had to kill Blackhand's daughter. I think her name was Griselda. Griselda, the orc, which is pretty funny.
Find Turok's band of rebellious pigs and kill them all, including Griselda. She must not disobey the commands of her father, ever again.
And so, one of my favorite things about this game, which they actually took out in Warcraft 2, were the wizards. I mean, what I liked doing was I liked to summon elementals to fight for me, so I would have my wizards in the back and have the elementals go out and kill stuff. I mean, and even if the elementals died, I could still wait for the wizard to recharge and, summon just more elementals. I mean, especially during the human campaign, the elementals kind of saved my ass a lot. Yeah, probably one of the most memorable things about the Warcraft series, which most people know, was the voice acting. The voice acting in this game was awesome, especially the orcs, like Swovu, Ita, your command master. Especially the ones when you would constantly over-click on your units and they would get annoyed with you, saying stop touching me. And yes, these games had cheat codes in them. I kind of used them, but I really didn't use them a lot because when you would beat a mission, they would give you the rank of cheater, which was definitely appropriate since you cheated, obviously. So through most of Warcraft, I played it without the cheat codes. So I remember the difficulty of this game being fairly average up until kind of the last third of the game where the difficulty kind of spiked up, especially the last missions of both races where you had to storm Stormwind Keep or you had to take out Blackrock Spire, where they had like a zillion soldiers, and especially with kind of the awkward controls, which kind of made it difficult to manage your units in these really, really heated battles. So you had to save and reset a lot in this game. So does the original Warcraft Orcs and Humans really stand against the test of time? Kinda yes and kinda no. No, because obviously this was the first Warcraft game, so the controls are very awkward. Like I said earlier, you have to hold down control in order to select all your units, and you can only select maybe 4 at a time, so especially during heated battles it gets really, really difficult to manage all your units. And like the graphics aren't really the best, but they were really good back in the day. Yeah, but also the original Warcraft Orcs and Humans didn't have like 10 gajillion units you could choose from. Mostly I stuck to using grunts, soldiers, and catapults, because catapults were really, really useful in this game, especially in the second game. Yeah, so would I really recommend the original Warcraft Orcs and Humans? Definitely, if you're a Blizzard fan, if you're a Warcraft fan, definitely try it out. I mean, you're going to have to get used to the controls, but it still has a really, really good story. It has really great gameplay once you get used to the controls, and it will really introduce you to the Warcraft lore far before World of Warcraft. Yeah, so where can you find the original Warcraft? Right now, at the time of this recording, you can't really get it like digitally. You'll have to look for the original CD on eBay, and you'll have to play it on DOSBox. From what I heard, Blizzard is working on porting these games over to modern computers, but there hasn't really been any progress. So maybe in the future there will be, and I will definitely buy this game again. But hopefully they will fix the controls for this game by just making it easy to select all your units. Yeah, so that wraps up my thoughts of the original Warcraft. If you have any memories about this game, make sure to leave those in the comments below, and take care.